All right, so this has been on my mind. I couldn't sleep, and usually that's God, the universe, whatever, trying to tell me something I need to pay attention to. I started thinking about 2 decades of making music, which is pretty amazing when you think about it, and a blessing. There's a lot of people I started with that aren't here anymore to even make it. So, in our industry, the Grammy is the gold standard of you've made it. And then I started thinking about, especially with COVID and everything going on and the recent losses and just the world right now, I could get hit by a bus tomorrow. Am I trying to put that in the universe? No. But point being, the whole reason I wanted a Grammy, it wasn't even the acknowledgement. It was the chance to make that speech. That is what dawned on me. To be able to thank the people that have helped me and supported me and been there since day one. And really, I don't need an award to do that. So I'm doing that today. So this is really long, and I don't care if you don't like it. You're on your phone, you can flip to a million other things. But for the people that I wanted to thank, in case I don't ever get the chance to make that speech. My family for always supporting me and coming to shows, no matter if they were the only people in the room or if it was wall to wall. Malone, we don't really talk anymore. We live in different worlds and have different viewpoints, but that doesn't take away that I appreciate all of the years that you supported me and believed in me from day one and kept telling me, like, stop worrying about what other people think. My Lost Souls family. Oh my God, the tears, literal tears, being tired, working regular jobs, meeting up for rehearsals, 4 or 5 hour shows when you have 2 sets, and then leaving at the end of the night with $50. I wish that I was rich for the sole purpose of paying you back for all of those shows. I'm gonna keep going until I'm 90, okay? That's the plan. Big J for asking me to sing at his birthday, Vigilante for seeing me at that show, singing happy birthday, and then booking me for years to follow at all these hip hop lineups. And here comes this chubby white girl with a guitar. Like, thank you. You saw that I love soul. You put me in a place that makes sense. R. Vargas, we have caused a lot of damage together. Lord knows, anybody that's known us hanging out for years, we can destroy shit, but both of us are sober now, and I can admit that I had a part in all that, and we make good music, and thank you for believing in me. I still believe we have a hit that is just not out there yet. Any musician that I have been on a stage with, thank you. Thank you for giving your time. Thank you for learning the songs. Thank you for your energy that you put out to a crowd. I wish I had Oprah money so that I could just give you a house, but not there yet. All the LA people that opened their arms to me, let me in their studios, specifically Crunk for letting me observe industry sessions to see what it was really like, and maybe that's not what I wanted. Lyell for being a musical genius that not enough people know about, but I feel like your time is very, very close. Kevin Simon, always. Kevin Simon, since I can remember picking up a guitar. Thank you for believing in me. I feel like we have an album coming. We may be grandparents on a patio somewhere sitting in rocking chairs, but we got an album coming. Moya and Christina at ASCAP Urban, thank you for listening to me. They kept sending me to the pop department. Do I look like or sound like I make pop? No. Have I since then? I've made some, but I sing soul. Thank you for hearing me. Thank you for letting me sit in your office and not treating me like shit. Thank you for making me feel like a person. Bobby Rosavilla for the nice things you said to Moya. I never got to thank you in person. I haven't gotten to work with you yet, but that doesn't mean that's not coming and that I don't appreciate the kind words that you said to her. It gave me confidence, and you don't know that, so I'm just sharing that. Fauntleroy and Rance for opening the 1500 school. I was probably the oldest person in the room that took the class, but it took me a lifetime to get there, and it feels like one of the coolest moments of my life. And because of that, being in that room and seeing my heroes, being in y'all's presence changed me, inspired me. I didn't think I'd be in a position to be in a room that y'all were in, so thank you. That allowed me to meet Carla. And God, Carla, I love you. And just sitting in the experience of writing songs with you, and the world hasn't heard them, but they exist. YN, for your beautiful soul and your voice, and showing me that I can work in counseling and also be a musician. You're the first woman I have ever seen that balanced it both, and I aspire to get there. Paul Williams, thank you for those words that you spoke to me on the beach that day. Thank you. You have been writing songs since before I was born. I mean, decades. And to tell me that my words had power and that I still have something to say and that my voice was the only thing that could have delivered that, you have no idea how much that meant to me and to my family. And getting to go to New York, be in Lincoln Center where my brother's normally a waiter, but he got to come as my guest to pick up an award. And yes, I'm crying on a video that is not even for winning anything, but the people in my life matter. The hours upon hours upon hours upon years in this industry can take a beating on you. And I just want the people that have supported me to know it wasn't for no reason. We're not rich yet. I don't have money to hand you, but I'll be damned if we don't get there. Broke ass people from Dallas, it's gonna happen. Dreek, oh my God, Dreek, we create every other week, and I feel like you're my therapist, so it probably doesn't surprise you if you're watching this and I'm crying, because that's just what I do. I wear my emotions on my sleeve. All my Dallas producers, Jay Rhodes, thank you. Thank you for believing me when I came to you and I was like, I have an idea that I want to make an album about the 7 deadly sins, and I want to know how each producer hears it. Other people thought I was stupid. You just jumped right in. Thank you. Thank you for coming to speak to my students and inspire them. S1 and Teresa. It's crazy to think about the success that you have and the level that you're on, because your heart is so big. And I was given an opportunity at a moment in my life where I was at my lowest. And I will probably get made fun of for making this video, but you know what? If I'm dead tomorrow, I want y'all to know. I was, when I did the song with US, I was in the thralls of an eating disorder. I had left an abusive relationship and was in hiding, and I was at the bottoming out of my alcoholism. So that song, although it didn't really go anywhere because I didn't understand about marketing, that is the difference in somebody that's signed and somebody that's not signed, and it's not an excuse, because we can do any fucking thing we want to do in this world, but having that knowledge of how to get a song to people, how to get it publicized. I know now, I wish I could take it back to 2012 for that, but working with you saved my life at that point. Yep, I don't know any other words for that. Sorry for that breakdown. Oh, Jesus. Will Henschel, for teaching me about writing as a partner. The world has not heard. I mean, it took me an hour to get to Marina Del Rey every Thursday, and probably 2 hours because of traffic getting back home. And we wrote together every single Thursday for a year. I hope the world gets to hear those songs. That's a conversation for another time, but thank you for everything that you taught me. Thank you for the people you put me in rooms with just to meet, and be able to create with. Thank you for having faith in me as a songwriter. Tess with Narup, Marcus Bell, Lyle, I've spoken how genius I think that you are. Xenia, oh my God, your kind heart. And being able to do vocals in a house with you was like another one of those highlight reels. And that was thanks to Jay Rhodes also for having that songwriting camp, and just the magic that was created there. The other people in LA that I met and worked with, Kobe, Henry, Flo, we still have stuff coming. The rest of my Dallas producers, Ty Macklin, for hearing when you came to a show, believing in us, and letting us come in and create create a gritty soul. Mark Thompson, rest in peace, for being in that room, jumping in on anything I've ever asked you to do. Scarab, for flying from California to Dallas and eating Lunchables with me and getting on a song. Meeting one of my heroes, again, like one of those highlight moments in my life, and thank you for that. Madaku Chinwa, like, we've got this magical song. We have a video that never got released. Again, out of my control. Maybe one day we get that footage back. That would be great, because I think it's a song that the world needs to hear. But either way, thank you for believing in me. Lala, for coming in and gracing that song with your beautiful vocals, and then getting the chance to trade services and sing on a stage with you. Like, those, again, moments in my heart that I don't, yeah. I'm like I can't find the words, and that's the whole reason of this video, was to share those words. Q Moore, Ishti, any of the producers on the Sevens album, Sandrine, Leah, Lorraine, all of y'all have made a difference in my life. Even taking it way back to the copacetic ballyhoo days, Al Lyric, rest in peace. Matt and JT in particular, for having faith in me and being the first people to try to produce me, even though nothing ever got finished. I get it. It's how the world works. But the moments that I got to share with y'all were magical. The stages that I got to share were magical. And I'm probably missing a lot of people, but every friend, every, I don't know, every one of my students that inspired music, like, y'all are the reason that I keep going. My husband, oh my God, my husband and my daughter. My husband drove me to sessions while he'd drop me off, drive Lyft for hours, and then come back and get me. And sometimes Lyft took him 2 hours away from the sessions that I was at. Thank you for 100% having faith in me and being on this journey with me. The whole purpose of this was to say thank you to anybody that has been a part of my life, been a part of this journey. I love you. And I may not have a Grammy, and I really don't give a shit anymore, because I have these moments and I've been able to do things that I never thought were possible, and there's still music coming. So thank you so much from the bottom of my heart.